Hey, Cedric here. Um, just thought I'd have you by. I'm gonna maybe bend a little bit of steel. Feeling a little wimpy today, but want to bend a little bit of steel, and thought I don't know, just chat a little bit, maybe about addiction, alcoholism, like that, how it's affected my life in the past, and the ripples and how it still affects my life today. You know, how difficult it can be to attain moderation in things. An addictive personality, and how when I allow that addiction to take hold in whatever area that might be. Not necessarily drugs and alcohol, but how that can present, how addiction can present in other aspects of life, and how my mind can make justifications once I allow that addiction to take hold. But maybe I'll chat about that, maybe not. Maybe I'll just be quiet. So I did a tiny bit of isometric warm-up and like that, and I've got my stuff kind of pre-wrapped. So today I'm thinking about making a try at a piece of eye-sized drill rod. I've chalked my pads, as you can see, which I haven't done in quite a while, and I've never been able to do that eye-sized drill rod. Now, Old Rusty Stuff sent me 2 pieces of I and 2 pieces of H, both 7 inches long. The I had to cheat kink it in order to just to be able to bend it, and I had to cheat kink it past 30 degrees, and I was never able to do the H before, and then finally I was able to do it. Did not have a camera going, of course, and that was just very recently, after my dogs pulled me down the stairs and popped my back. Still, my left leg is weak, doesn't work right. A little generalized weakness on the left side, but coming back, slow but sure. So this is just your standard common nail, grip right, and it's a good little warm-up nail just to see where the shoulders are at, just to try and get the blood moving through there. Just a good little warm-up nail. Yeah, definitely feeling a little bit weak today. My hands are hurting. Bent uneven. And just to just kind of keep that blood flowing through there, because I'm not whatchamacallit, like advanced or even intermediate bender. I'm still a beginner. I can't just do those just hit after hit. I go slow and be smart. So yeah, I was thinking about addiction, okay, and basically what addiction does, it hijacks the lizard brain. We've talked about this. It gets in there and it causes our brains to believe that the addiction is a necessity, like food, water, air. It becomes a need. All right, it's not a want. This is chemistry. It hijacks that reward pathway. So when the addiction is satiated, when we allow that addiction to run its course, to have its whatever we feed it, whatever it might be, a gambling, a drug, an alcohol, whatever, dopamine's released. Okay, and an addiction can even cause that reward pathway, that dopamine pathway, to be inhibited unless the addiction is fed. The monkey's fed. And how that can present itself in life is, for instance, I borrowed season 1 of The Mentalist from the library. I watched an episode and I liked it. Next thing I know, I've got a day where I've got nothing to do, a day off. I watch 10 episodes in a row. You know, and I've justified it in my mind. I don't have anything to do today. I take the dogs, get their exercise, you know, like that. And my mind justifies it. Makes a series of turns that corrals me into satiating that addiction. It's not a good thing. You know, and it is something that, for me, I have to maintain a constant vigilance on myself in order to try to find balance in life. I think that's the most difficult thing for me and my addiction is balance, because I'm all or nothing, you know. I don't know if any of you run into that. Now this is a bright common, more difficult than the common nail. And all these nails are 6 inches long and about 1/4 of an inch in diameter. Are available at Home Depot and I'm assuming other hardware stores. Another uneven bend. Now, I'm thinking about trying that eye drill rod and see if I can wobble it or do anything to it. If not, then I'll try the H again and see if I can bend that for you. Like I said, I'm feeling a little weak today, so I don't know what I'll be able to accomplish, if anything. It's just going to be maybe some regular bends, or maybe I'll just cut it short. And no shame, you got to listen to your body. No shame in cutting it short if you need to, okay? Just hit the chin-up bar real quick. Couple leg bends, just to keep that blood moving. This is eye-sized drill rod from Old Rusty Stuff, and it is just beastie nasty for me, because again, you know, I'm not an advanced bender. I've got a stiff new pair of wraps on here. Wobble. Got to remember to pay attention to my back. Probably should have tried the doubles. That's the thing about this drill rod that I noticed. I swear it feels like it gets harder along the bend. The kink is hard enough, but if I hadn't chalked this, there'd just be no way. My hands would be sliding right off, man. Whew. Now there's a noticeable difference in diameter between the H and the I. I put them up next to each other and you can see with your bare eye. Give a big thanks again to old Rusty Stuff. So I can't get stuff like this for myself, you know. Big thanks, man. And I'm gonna cert that iron grip bar. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go look up all the rules, man. I'm gonna follow every rule to the letter. I am gonna do it. Not now. I ain't ready. But when I am ready, man, I'm gonna cert that bar. It's a big thank you, man. A little further. I get it under 2. A little bit of an uneven bend there. Let's see. Oh yeah, 1.25 inches, baby. Just under 1.25 inches. I got the eye. I couldn't even kink it before I started working with my isometrics and my bender's helper. And before my dogs hurt me, it wasn't gonna happen. And like I said, and up until this bend, I haven't been bearing forward and using that extra muscle that gets engaged when you bear down. So it has helped. Now I feel like I should get crazy and try the H size right after that. What do you guys say? It's worth a try. Let me just work the opposing muscles a little bit. What a rush. When you do a personal record, it's really a rush, you know, no matter what it is. You know, the first time I was able to bend that 5.5 inch piece of 1/4 inch round bar from Home Depot, first time I was able to do that, it was a huge rush. And then when I got that 5-incher, huge rush. And when I was able to bend that first piece of 1/4 inch square bar, and I can't bend that with any kind of regularity. It's hit and miss still. So that's not like something that I can say I can just do any old time, because it's pretty beastie bend. That square bar's nasty, I won't lie. And I bought another piece of square bar, and compared to that first bar that I got, this stuff is so much harder. How can there be such huge discrepancy, you know? It's just vicious hard. Whew. Man, but yeah, addiction, and it's something that I have to watch out for with exercise, because I tend to overtrain that addictive personality where I just push and break the muscles down faster than they can rebuild, you know. Again, it's just something that you have to know about yourself. If you're that type of person, it is something. It will require effort to moderate. Please hold on a moment. Thank you. Alright, I'm back. Someone had the unmitigated gall to knock on the door of the apartment across from me. My dogs took exception to that, so Where was I? Oh yeah, some knee bends and addiction and how it relates to exercise for me. I have to maintain cognizance of my motivations during each and every workout, and also pay attention to my body and not make those justifications where it's like, oh, that's just a twinge, that's no big deal. It's something to pay attention to, you know, because I know myself. Just making sure I'm recording. So try that H-size drill rod. This is 01 drill rod, 01 tool steel. So it's just hellified harder than usual. Look at that. Just under an inch. So that was the H-size drill rod. So we managed the I and the H. Look, I don't know if my camera's good enough for you to be able to see the difference in diameter. But it's absolutely significant. Every little bit of steel, it feels like a lot of steel. Man. I sort of thought about trying to tackle that damnable grade 5 bolt again for y'all. I haven't tried it since before my ill-fated skiing trip down the concrete stairs. Maybe worth a try, huh? Let me just try and get a decent wrap on it, 'cause that'll definitely help. This is a 6-inch grade 5 bolt. Another treat from old Rusty stuff. A present, not treat, not present. Oh, and I need to figure out how to bend horseshoes, because he sent me a horseshoe. I've watched a couple of the videos. They're not how-tos, they're just guys bending shoes. And I can't figure it out. Like how to brace that horseshoe so it doesn't do this when you try to apply force, you know? So this bolt is 6 inches long, whereas the drill rod was 7 inches. It's a 1/4 inch grade 5 bolt. Absolutely hard. I looked it up, and I think it's up at like 350 pounds or better to bend that little bugger. I would have to take the time to look it up again. It's definitely harder than anything else that I've been able to bend. I got that tiny wobble in it before I got hurt, and was never able to get past that. Couple chins. make no promises on how this is going to go, because I've just had no luck with this. Not luck, I'm just not strong enough. Nope. And the bolt remains the same. Sometimes you can just feel if it's gonna do anything or not. And that was a big knot. One more thing to try. It's been hit and miss with the 1/4" square bar, so I'll give her a try. This is a 7" piece, cold rolled steel, and this is just way harder than that last piece of 1/4" square that I got at Home Depot. I mean, just way harder to bend. I was pretty much able to melt that last 7" piece when I got to that level. But this batch, ain't no melting going on except in me. I'm the only thing melting around here. Give me a minute. It's easy to make exceptions for ourselves when we want something really bad, especially when where addiction is concerned. It requires a huge amount of willpower to maintain a vigilance on whether or not it's an actual need, or if we're making justifications to satiate our addiction or to fulfill a want. I can only speak for me, but I have to assume that this disease presents similarly in all those who are afflicted. If it interferes with living, alright? If it interferes, if you find yourself skipping out on other activities to fulfill this seeming requirement or activity, then it may be addiction. Something to pay attention to. I really dislike square bar. It's a real jerk to bend. And if your fingers slide up, I mean, this stuff will pop you open. Cut you open. It's nasty business. No way I'm going to be able to bend this. This stuff's so hard. Those 2 pieces of drill rod kind of wipe me out. Let me just chalk up real quick. hands are slip sliding like crazy. I'll just gob it up really good, huh? It's not happening. Not happening today, guys. Got a little wobble. Man, that stuff is hellified hard, y'all. Man, well, I probably shouldn't keep you guys. I talked about addiction a little bit because it's important, especially this time of year when you can feel the bars of the cage of your addiction really slamming home, you know, and this time of year can really exacerbate existing difficulties, mental distresses, you know. So I just want you to know, you're not alone. That there's a lot of folks have the same problems, similar problems. So you are not abnormal. Okay? It's not something to be ashamed of. It's just something to be aware of and to work with and make sure that your life is as good as it possibly can be. Love those bright commons. Love my Bender's helper. Saved me money. And because it pushes back, you really do get that muscular workout. 3. That's what I credit my ability to kink that I and H. That fatigues me more quickly too, so again I burn through less steel to get my desired workout. I really have to limit my my workout routine right now in order to keep my back safe. I really just can't work with any kind of significant weight at all. I've just been doing body weight exercises and bending. Give that square bar another hit just for shits and giggles. My battery could die at any time, so I apologize if I don't wish you guys well. I'll do it now. Remember to keep your heads up high and be good to yourselves, okay? Because you're worth it. Got it down to 1 inch, you guys. That's that 1/4 inch square bar. So got a personal record today. That drill rod, that eye that I could not kink or anything. And then did the H bar, the H drill rod, which had been my personal best, and got that square bar. You guys, that's a really good day. I'm really stoked. Just glad you guys are here with me. You know, it's like it's motivation for me when I bring you guys along. Well, my camera could die at any time. So you live free and punch hard. And hold your heads up high. And you remember, this life is yours as well, okay? Which means that you're entitled to happiness, freedom, and the ability to figure out and be who you are. You know, to feed your spirit with things that are good for you. You know, hobbies, interests, good people. You're worth it. You're worth all the good things in the world, okay? I want you to know that. I just hope that you'll take the time to find them, alright? Because here's the truth of the world. No matter what we may feel is owed us or what other people may say we deserve, the world does not give us anything. We have to go out and seek it. You know, a very excellent analogy for that is one. It's religious in nature, but you know, this guy he every night prays to win the lottery, prays to God to win the lottery, and never does. He dies. And he's a good man, so he goes to heaven, and he says, God, you know, I just have to ask. You know, all I prayed for, the only thing I ever prayed for, was to win the lottery. You know, I'm just curious why I didn't win. And the Almighty tells him, well, you know, in order to win, you had to buy a ticket at least once. The man never bought a ticket. So you got to go out and get what you want, okay? You got to go out and find it. I guess I'll just keep you guys here. We can hang out, you know. And I'll just burn up until my camera dies. It hasn't been lasting very long. It's a 9-year-old camera. I bought it in order for my wife to be able to take pictures when we lived in Coos Bay, Oregon, and that was way back when we first got married, you know, a year after we got married or so, a little less. So my camera's definitely got some mileage on it. Those uneven bands. I'm only going to burn up a couple more nails and then just work on my bender's helper and maybe do some chest crushes with the hand grippers. I've been working the hand grippers just kind of sporadically. This is and when my hands are fresh, I've been able to on a couple of occasions. Table no set, this COC number 2, it was rated 107 pounds. But right now, you know, after bending, my hands are a little bit tired, so can't really do much in the way of TNS. Bending steel will build your grip up, will strengthen your grip. Don't forget to work those extensors. Extensors. Nope, just can't bring her home. But I'll do that for you guys when my hands are fresh. Ooh, got it nice and tight, pretty even. Alright, you talked me into it. One more nail. I love bending, you guys. I can't really explain it. If you bend, you know what I mean. When you hit a piece of steel and you just pour your will and your muscular effort into this single length of steel, this single steel bar, you pour everything that you are into that bar, and then you feel it move. Oh man, I can't even explain it. I mean, even hitting a new PR on like the bench press or, you know, something like that, it's not the same. It's just when that piece of steel kinks, and then when you move into the sweep and that steel just melts in your hands. I can't even explain it. It's an amazing feeling, though. Sure wish I could bend that darn grade 5 bolt. That thing is just evil, wicked. It's just a wicked little bezel. Eating. My addiction comes out in eating too. For instance, there's the store Winco will come out with cereal coupons from time to time, and these mini spooners, okay, they're basically a generic version of mini wheats. One serving is a cup. Do you know how small a cup is? So I pour a bowl, and my bowl is approximately the size of this. Alright? That's my bowl. And I pour the cereal in there in one cup. This is a serving for who? You know? And I know these are first world problems, but I'm talking about addiction. That one cup would be plenty. That's plenty. Cereal's a treat. That's what it is for me. It's not a meal. But I pour until this bowl is half or 3/4 full. You know? And I make myself sick doing that. It's just another one of those things that I have to remain cognizant, because I'm making justifications on the fly right here while I'm pouring it in. One cup, nah, I'm a big boy, I worked out. Man, addiction. One more hit on that grade 5, y'all, and then I'll give it up. I won't come back to it for a while. It's just I'm getting nowhere fast with it. Nothing. No movement. Same amount of wobble. Nothing's changed. Man. Alright, one more nail. One more nail, and then I'll call it a day. I'm going to do a video talking about mental health in the holidays, and how at the end of the year the oddity of the season can exacerbate some mental illnesses. And the mental illness is not something to be ashamed of. Only if you don't do anything to make sure that you're living life the best quality possible. Alright? There are no excuses. There are a lot of resources available. And I'm not necessarily talking about medications, although in some cases medications are necessary. Many cases. So I'm not saying to skip medications. What I am saying is that there are no excuses. No excuses. Oh, look. That one's already got a little bit of a bend in it. Gotta take care of that. Oh, this is one of those wicked 60Ds that old Rusty Stuff sent me. He said, you got to try these nails. And I've seen some guys, these ones are not your normal bright commons. These are really vicious. These are just hellified hard. And one guy's talking about how hard it was to bend these. Yeah, old Rusty Stuff sent like 2 or 3 of these. When I first hit it, I'm like, oh, 60 nail. I've been just doing the galvanized ones, you know, as that was